Making a game is hard, and it becomes more hard when you are a solo developer. And you know what is harder than this? Making a multiplayer game. After seeing the performance of my previous devlogs, two thoughts came into my mind. One, I should quit making game devlogs, and second, it's time that I should show you guys my superhuman game dev skills by making a multiplayer game.
No, you should not.
I mean, why? What's the problem?
You have not finished properly even a single player game till now, and you are trying to make a multiplayer game.
Shut up. So the first thing is to choose the type of multiplayer game I want to make, and you know what? I am going to give a tough fight to the big game dev studios by making a badass multiplayer game which will beat all the multiplayer battle royale games out there, thus making me the richest game developer of all time. So if you guys were thinking I would say this, then probably you are wrong. My brain cannot handle this type of torture at this point of time. So let it be handled by big game dev studios. Also, I don't want this game to be just lying in my computer and doing nothing. So I will go with some basic multiplayer game. So first I opened Unity and created a new project named Astro Drive, which was suggested by ChatGPT itself. Now talking about the core gameplay, basically we will be having a miniature planet on which the players will have to drive the car, avoiding obstacles. So keeping this in mind, I quickly added a miniature planet which is just as fair, and for the player currently I am using a bean. For players to be able to drive the car on this sphere, I changed the default gravity behavior and made my own gravity system, which is basically handled by two scripts. The first one is gravity attractor, which is attached to the planet, and the second one is the gravity body, on which the gravity will work. So after attaching the scripts, here is how it works. What? So after making the planet a child of an empty game object, it works. Now it's time to add the controls, that is the joystick pack which will be used for controlling the player. And after writing some code, it is working, but currently the player is a bean, but we need a car. So I replaced it with a cube. Big brain. Now it looks quite smooth. But there is a problem, that the car does not rotate to the direction in which it moves. And after driving the car weirdly a million times, I finally did it by adding just 3 lines, which took me 3 hours. And after throwing some love at the player, now it rotates quite smoothly. After that I got some real car assets and got rid of the cube, and now it looks more sick. Now it's time to add something that can cause damage to the player, as this is the basic principle of a survival game. Therefore I added meteors in the game and wrote the script which just spawns these meteors randomly in a spherical distance. I also added the gravity body script which causes it to attract toward the planet, and here is how it works. Currently the meteors are looking like dull brown balls, so I used Unity's particle system and made this. Now it looks more dangerous, and on collision with the planet it spawns a crater. Also the planet looks kind of boring, so I just grabbed a texture from Polyheaven and boom! Now it's way better. Then I added health system for the player which reduces when the player is hit by a meteor. Simple. Now it's time for getting my hands dirty in adding multiplayer to this game. So I carefully added the required packages, and with the help of my Guruji, the great code monkey, I added the host and join game functionality, and I also got to know about the network variables, server RPC, which are the most important topic in making a multiplayer game. And after watching Code Monkey's tutorial, I got little confidence and I was able to sync all the player data across the network. Then I added a coin spawner which works same as the meteor spawner, but here it spawns coins for the player to collect. Now it is time that the players should be able to join each other's game. So I made a lobby system. And currently the player can choose one car out of the list of options. And I also added 3 game maps and 2 game modes. The game maps are Earth, Moon and Jupiter. Currently the difference between these planets are just textures and size. And for the game mode, currently you can choose either Coin Master or Meteor Master. So this is it for this devlog. I hope you liked it. There was a lot of struggles in reaching this point of developing this game. So give the video a like. I know you might be wondering that I was making an Indian horror game. What happened to that? So don't worry guys, I'm still working on that. I just took a break from that project. So feel free to comment about any game mechanic which you want me to add in this game, and consider subscribing for getting new devlogs and to follow along the development process of this game. Thanks for watching.